Welcome back to another video. Yes, don't adjust your screens. You're not drinking or drunk. I am back. I have finally somewhat finished my computer build. I do look like Two-Face right now from the Batman series because for 3 or 4 days I worked on getting all of my RGB and my lighting done on my computer right here, not ever contemplating the fact that it was going to shine this light. So apparently I have to adjust the lighting, but there's so much going on in crypto right now. I couldn't go any longer without doing a video. Normally I do these Monday videos, and I have not done a Monday video in the last 2 Mondays. So I wanted to get this video in, and it's going to go over some of our projects that we normally do, but mainly it was just to get a video in to kind of talk about some different updates. There has been a lot. I picked the worst time of all to get a computer build going because there's been so much that we've missed. I mean, if you haven't heard, Bitcoin finally broke the grumpy line and never looked back. It's crazy. Solana, all of our DePIN projects right now going crazy. Grass, nobody saw grass coming. You know, a lot of people talking about it, but nobody saw grass doing what it's doing. And if anybody did, they lied, because a lot of people, and we're going to go into details. I don't want to get too off track. The number one question that always people want to ask is, you know, I am here in my office, no green screen anymore. So now I got to figure out what I want to put behind me. I do have a lot of work left to do. You know, I thought getting this computer build finally done would be the end of it, but this is just the beginning. I have to now convert this office, and I'm old. I'm not comfortable with change or anything like that. And this is just a change for me for the last, I'd say 22 months or so. You know, I've did videos from a different location, and it's just completely different. It just sounds different. Everything's different. I know the sound on this microphone, even though I'm using the same microphone and the same camera, it just looks different. Everything looks different. And it bothers me. So I'm going to do my best to try to get on with this. So yeah, for the past, I don't know, hour and a half, it's already 9 o'clock at night. And, I have been setting up this computer with OBS, trying to get the microphone correct. I know that it does not sound like it normally does. I don't know why. I don't know if it's this room. I know the camera is off a little bit. It just doesn't feel right. I don't know if it's too high or too low. I do have the new GrumpyDad t-shirt on, the new GrumpyDad hunting hat on. If any of y'all know D Vaselina and the Discords, he's in a number of different Discords with us. And also on Twitter, you can contact him with that. If anybody happens to want a GrumpyDad t-shirt, a GrumpyDad camouflage hat, I got him making me a hunter orange hat also. If y'all want to purchase one, as long as you get it straight with him, I don't care. I told him I don't want a dime from it. You know, y'all are promoting the channel, so I don't want any kind of royalties or anything like that. I've had a couple of people ask me to either send them hats. You know, I have to pay for every hat, so I have given some away in some giveaways and stuff like that. But if y'all want those hats, contact D Vaselina. Again, he's in our Entropy, Bitharvest, Twitter, stuff like that. You can contact him for that. So, what else been going on? Well, crypto's been going crazy. So as we can see, Grumpy's lawn technically no longer even exists. This is where Grumpy's lawn was. We can get rid of that now. I think we've broken out of it. This is the 1-day chart. We've had several greens in a row. And, you know, I said that it was going to bust through, and we had to watch to see if it really bust through. It came back and then came back up. And, you know, I saw reports we hit 90,000. I'm thinking there was just a bunch of automatic sells maybe set at 90,000. According to this, we were up a little bit over 90,000. We've retraced back to 87, but you know, it still doesn't look bad, even though we're back $3,000. I think, you know, this is crazy. But when you look at how we went up and down, even when you come back here, you don't have any candles the size of this over 2, 3, 4, 5 days. I kept telling people, look, I understand there's a lot of excitement going on. Y'all know me. I'm very negative. I'm sorry. But you have to really watch this. You know, I saw something earlier that the Bitcoin really surged. This is the 4-hour chart right here. And you can see Bitcoin went up 35%. It's hard to find, this is the 4-hour chart I said, but it's hard to find anywhere else where Bitcoin had a 35% increase that fast. No, this was, you know, over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. You know, started on November 6th. So 6 days. When you think about it, 1, 2, 3, 4. So really 5 days because we came down. So, you know, that's a big jump. So my point of getting at is, you know, I kind of put a tweet out, whatever you want to call it, or check, you know, taking profits. But one reason why I don't have a big position in Bitcoin is even with this, yeah, you went up 30%, but you're not going to see the gains that you're going to see in some of these other tokens. You know, Solana did very, very, very good. Again, this is the 1-day chart with Solana. And we know, hey, what Bitcoin does, everything else is going to kind of do too. $45% increase. Lawn's to $225, up to $205. Hey, listen, y'all know what Grumpy's lawn was, $125. I kept telling y'all to buy more Solana down here, buy more Solana. I know this is not the video where y'all want to sit here and hear about, hey, I told you so, I told you so, I told you so. But I kept telling y'all, you know, this is the one I like to pretend. The few times I can pretend like I know what the hell I'm talking about. I kept telling y'all, wait till the election, and then you're going to have these rate increases. We haven't even had the rate increases yet. But all these people back then talking about October, everything was failing. Oh, it went up. Oh, this is the bull market. I said, when a certain candidate wins, because, you know, when I talk politics, people wanted to go unsubscribe and make mean comments to me and stuff like that. You know, I haven't even got on the whole election part of this yet. But I told y'all, when this election was done and people knew what positive direction that this country was going to go, that was going to be the beginning of the bull market, and I nailed it. Now, how much does it come back? I'm seeing these stupid YouTubers. You know, there's YouTubers coming out of the woodwork right now who haven't been on YouTube for a while, who are talking about all these, you know, different numbers and talking about these horrible crap coins and stuff like that. All of a sudden, like, yeah, this is the time you need to get back in this coin. And I'm like, man, where have y'all been? I don't want to hear that. But I'm trying to tell y'all that, you know, just be careful who you listen to. Be careful, you know, of what they're promoting and different things like that. But I have some of them that are sitting here talking about, you know, this is going back down to 70,000 and 60,000 and 50,000 and like, why would you think that? Yes, I've kept telling everybody it wasn't going to go straight up. It was going to retrace a little bit. You're going to have people who take profits, people who bought Bitcoin $40, $50, $60,000 who are going to take profits. And, you know, we got taxes coming up at the end of the year, whatever like that, but holidays and different things. But I said it was going to retrace a little bit, but it was going to go back up. And I still think it's going to go back up. If you have this other rate cut that's supposed to be coming, that's just going to be another catalyst to bring this forward for more. Now, I always like to always preface that by saying Bitcoin is famous for zigging when we think it's going to zag. And that's just one thing that we need to watch out for. All right. I don't want to take too much time going over all these charts because we have a lot of stuff to discuss. So let's start moving into some of our deep in stuff. First of all, one of the first things we have to I've been doing some shorts on them. YouTube has this new 3-minute short, even though when you do the full 3 minutes, it doesn't appear in the shorts section. It appears as a regular video. But look, y'all know one thing about this channel. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I was wrong. And we have to discuss grass. Nobody saw this coming with grass. Following, other YouTubers, they'll always tell you the same thing. The communication side of grass is pitiful. It's still pitiful. And I'll still say, no matter how positive things are right now, I will still say nobody saw this coming because they didn't have that kind of communication coming out of it. They still don't have communication really coming out of it when you look at it. Listen, I got a very decent airdrop, and it was worth several $100s when it first came out. I know a lot of people sold it right away. They thought it was going to dump. Called me lazy. Called me I had other stuff going on. I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. Now, y'all know me. I'm about sipping profits. And I got in this argument with somebody the other day. This channel is, I own these tokens that we talk about. I will sell. Grumpy will sell. I've told y'all this several times. Grumpy will sell when he's ready to sell. It could be when, if I have another catastrophe at my house, or it could be at the peak of the bull market. I don't know when. I'm telling y'all, I have a lot of crow, and my goal with crow is to pay off a car. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. And if it goes back to its all-time high of $1, I can do that. That's how much crow I have. But I don't want to get too off on this tangent. My thing is, I just want to make sure everybody knows who might be new to this channel, these videos, that I'm going to sell. I own the tokens we talk about. I'm not just trying to hype them up, but I'm going to sell. I sold a little bit of, I went on this hunting trip last week to Missouri. Hey, it wasn't the greatest hunting trip in the world. Didn't kill anything other than 1,000 mosquitoes. I can't stand hunting in 80-degree weather. It was unseasonably warm. There's been times I've been up there for the first week of November and it snowed, but hey, that's what happens. I came home early to start working on this computer build. I got some WINGBITS information to talk about when I get to that section. But my point is that I sold a little bit of grass for spending money. At that time, it was worth $2 a piece. And I sold whatever it was, 50 of them for $100 worth of spending money. I kick myself in the butt now. That's over $3. And I'll still say, if you're going to sit there and try to tell me that anybody saw this coming, this is crazy. And what I did was, when I got back from my trip, I got a little bit of side money from something else. So, I sold it when it was around 2 something, beginning of November-ish, somewhere around here. Somewhere probably around here. And I actually, I bought a little bit of it back, and it was up some, but I'll put it back. And I'm gonna get a little bit deeper into grass later, but this is phenomenal, outstanding. Now, what I was talking about is what's going to happen with it. I don't know. The big question is going to be is what happens to grass in 2 days, because in 2 days is when the first epoch ends, and it's up 328% from when it first got released at 65 cents. At one time, it was up almost 500%. It was up to 330, almost $4. And it's come back down to 280 something. Hey, this was all free money. Let's be honest. Nobody, keeps saying over and over, nobody saw this coming. Not with grass. I don't know about the tokenomics and all that stuff like that, but that's the hot thing right now is grass. Again, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna get a little bit deeper dive into this when it comes to that section of our spreadsheet, but I'm still very precautionary, if that's the word you want to use, cautious on what I run this on. I don't 100% trust it as far as internet security. That's just because of all the training and different things I've been to because of that. And that's still how I feel about it. How people argue with me and downright argue with me on that. And I don't care. That's just me. I'm playing it safe. If you have an old computer at your house that you can run it on that you don't use, you can only run it basically on one computer because it maxes out points on if you're on the same network within 24 hours. There's no reason to run it on a computer that you run financial stuff on and stuff like that. All right, starting off with our first project. I'm finally getting there. For those who are new, yes, I talk too much, and this video is always an hour long. I try to put chapters in it, but it ends up being long. But right now, just by going by what we're making per day, we're still in entropy, or as Grumpy likes to call it, entropy. Now, there is, I don't want to say controversy with it, but there are some people out there who are a little salty because they can't get in. Listen, I don't have anything to do with this project. I can tell you that I like the project. Being inside of that Discord is it is fun. We even have our own little Twitter group that we compare stuff back and forth and throw stuff back and forth at. And understand, look, they got people who dug holes and have not gotten in yet. I know that there's going to be some salty comments in my comment section here for this video. I can't help that. I'm sorry. I'm not with the project like that. But right now you're mining a meme coin and you're mining a Solana meme coin, and it's on fire. I mean, that's all I can say. It might not be getting the price that you were getting before at one time, but you're still getting some pretty decent returns right now. You know, right now at the price that we're getting, we're getting about 17 cents a day. Now, I updated this spreadsheet yesterday when I was trying to do this, but I couldn't get my computer, working at night. But you have people who are buying these tokens and people who are selling these tokens. And so despite what people want to say, you can sell. So look, this might not have the great price action that did, a while back when it was really getting popular and was at 0.005. So I bought my own Entropy. I have two different wallets, and I bought some down here at the 0.00006 range, but it's kind of holding steady. Do I wish it was going up a little bit? Yes. From what I understand, talking to the people in charge of this project, there are plans to do bigger and better things with it. This is version 0. Will be version 1 come out. I don't know what that's going to entail. I don't know what the difference is with that. Me, I can find negativity in everything. I think that's just what keeps me honest and why people like this channel. I've questioned before about, yes, they are controlling how much people sell, because with it, if you sell a certain amount, then you have to also burn the amount, then you have to wait a 7-day cooldown period. So you don't want to sell too early, but whatever. But I do question, like, how do you get more added liquidity into it? How do you get people purchasing this? It's not on any dexes yet, really. It's on Jupiter. You can do it through Jupiter or Radium. But, is it going to get on some kind of exchange soon? Is it going to get a little more popular? I don't know. I don't know how much volume it needs. I can just tell you that the Discord is very active, which I like to see that with a, DPIN type community or any kind of crypto community. I don't like to see dead Discords. So this is a fun project. The board that you buy to get into this is only, depending on where you get it from on Amazon, $9 to $12. I just bought 3 of them because I wanted some more. Probably gonna give one away at my live Thursday. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But I'm happy for, like, if y'all catch me on my Twitter right here, look, actually pointing in the right direction. Make sure y'all are in my Twitter. I am sharing a lot of stuff, especially with me being gone and not being able to get on the computer and stuff like that. I've been sharing a lot of stuff on Twitter. So make sure y'all are in that, please. Make sure y'all like this video also. I suppose one day I'm gonna learn how to say that in the beginning, but Entropy, again, if y'all submitted the whole and it went through the Twitter and it seemed to have gotten a lot of positives and a lot of people who said they approved, and you didn't get approved and you only have one Discord. Let me tell you, they're very out on or thorough on making sure people are who they say they are, that there's no gaming going on. And people who have multiple Discords are probably gonna have problems getting in here. People who have brand new Discords are probably gonna have problems getting in here. I'm just, I'm not trying to hash this too much, but I know there's a lot of pushback over the last 2 weeks since I did my last update video. A lot of pushback I'm getting on this. You know, I'm covering what's working. I can't speak too much for who or how they run the project, you know, the project. I can just say that if you had a poll that was submitted on Twitter, that was put on their Twitter whole group, whatever it's called, and it seemed to got a lot of positive reviews, and you put a ticket in and the ticket got closed or you didn't hear anything back, contact me and I'll see if I can contact those guys and just say, hey, just make sure you saw Joe Blow's hole, you know, and they might not tell me nothing, or they might say, hey, you know, we found some discrepancies on some, looks like some duplicates of other stuff that he did with another name on Twitter or Discord. No problem. You know, we'll see. Next, we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about GEODNET. GEODNET is popping. That's all I can say. You know, we know that they partnered up with WINGBITS. I'm gonna tell y'all, WINGBITS devices, WINGBITS by itself, and WINGBIT, I think it's a WB200, and then is it MCW310, which is the WINGBITS / GEODNET device combined. They're on fire. They're still selling. These things have been selling for weeks, and I still get an email once or twice a day that somebody used my code to buy a device. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all, there was at least 40 people that bought these devices using my code. I want to thank y'all very much. That helped me out a lot. That helped me out, even though I haven't gotten paid for it yet. But I'm planning on putting a lot of that money that I did receive from that, which I have no idea what it's going to be right now, because I haven't gotten it. But I'm planning on pumping that back into the channel, trying to work on this space right here, trying to improve my microphone setup, this lighting setup, and I'm planning on using that to get into some more passive income deep in type projects so I can cover it here. So the money that y'all put in, or technically didn't put in by using my code, I'm planning on putting some of that back into this channel. So I want to thank y'all for that. If you are interested in buying any of this stuff, HiFix.ai, use the code GrumpyDad56. Kind of like what it is on Twitter right there. GrumpyDad56 will get you 10% off. Hey, if you're buying the WINGBITS / GEODNET combined device, that's $900, $999. You're saving $100 using my code, in addition to the $100 discount you're getting from pre-ordering. But WINGBITS isn't the only thing that GEODNET's got going on right now. So with GEODNET, you know, it's still making about $4 or $5 a day. I don't think that's bad when you look at what we're doing with some of these other projects. But they have some big announcements since our last video. Go back to our last videos. We had 200,000 GEODNET tokens burned, which the amount of tokens these people are burning is crazy. We also have where they have a new partnership with Inimico brand. Then they got GeoPulse. So hold on to that. So GeoPulse is another device, kind of similar to what another one just came out, but a deep-in powered GNS receiver mounted on the roof of your car, delivering 10-centimeter accurate vehicle tracking with their RTK coverage. It can be connected via companion app and earn up to 200 Geo rewards by completing hex level RTK fixes. Stay tuned for more updates. Look, I'm all about sticking some antennas on my vehicle, so I'm kind of interested to see how this goes. Also, GeoDNet had an update. First miner inactive for 7 consecutive days in the superhex. What will happen? If the initial station deployed in the superhex is offline for 7 consecutive days, it will lose its eligibility for multiplied rewards. The second station deployed will then automatically claim quality to claim the multiplied rewards. This rule has been updated. So I'm assuming what happens is, you know, the first person gets their miner there in a super hex and they get multiplier rewards. So if somebody has a more reliable second station there, they're not getting the multiplier reward. So this is going to solve that. So I haven't been, keeping an eye out for super hexes, but I haven't really seen anything yet, at least around me. Another 200,000 tokens. So this is what, 7 to 8 days later, they have burned 8.4 million tokens right already. So that's awesome. I'm all about burning. Now you have another device that GeoDNet partnered up with. This is what Arcane is, what we spoke about earlier, teaming up for Plug for Green program to drive the green deep-in revolution. Together, they're powering sustainable mining. PGP Smart Plug. Don't miss it on a promo. So they do have a promo, and I don't know exactly what that's going to be, but I'm not doing all that. At least not right now. So when you go to the website, you can't see nothing about it. I wonder who thinks about this. I wonder if I just get set up to be negative all the time. But you're trying to get people to learn about this stuff. So you're at the Arcane website. So if you're going to buy a miner, you have to put a wallet in just to see what the pricing is of this. Does that make sense at all? I don't know about all that. So even if you press, go down here to start, you got to put it. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. So that's Arcane. So hey, you see GeoDNet is expanding some, and they're moving. I have one monitor, so y'all have to bear with me. It's not like in the past where I had 3 monitors and I could have everything all teed up, ready to go and stuff. So this is what GeoDNets look like over the last 7 days. It's up 10% in the last week. Our last video that was earlier, price has stayed about the same. So we haven't seen a big price jump, which we would hope to see with the amount of crypto going up. But in the last month is down a little bit from 26 to 24. But GeoDNet is good to go. We're excited. I know I am. I'm excited to see where it goes. All right, next we're going to just talk real briefly about WeatherXM. My rewards are still decreasing. Again, same complaint I had before was that I have sensors that are not working correctly. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, but it is what it is. So I have 485 coins. So y'all remember that number, 485. Again, I've been online with it since before it went mainnet. But when you start looking at the Discord, there are a couple of different announcements. They have a master weather station placement with expert sessions is going on. They're about to start announcing deployer partnerships from the Swissborg Alpha deal. And you can drop your deployment photos, write a couple sentences, put your insights to station owners. Something big is coming to the world of weather data. So introducing WeatherXM Pro, go-to tool for accurate, hyperlocal, and real-time weather insights. Features include all this stuff. So this is coming soon. You can get early access to it. I guess it's going to be kind of another weather station or weather website. They got a new video out discussing about the Swissborg Alpha partnership. Exciting news. WeatherXM's partnering with Beacon Protocol to bring community-powered weather data to the forefront of AI and blockchain industry. Together, they'll create AI models for driving trading human behavior. Hey, that sounds great. This is what I really can't wrap my head around yet. 2025 WeatherXM commercial data license auction. WeatherXM data is free for non-commercial. For commercial, a license is required. Each year, 4 licenses auctioned. Minimum bids are 100,000. So that's what I was telling you before is you're gonna have to go buy a chunk of WeatherXM just to bid on this. So I don't know if that's more for businesses or not, but it is what it is. ERWIN, I am in ERWIN, which is our other DPIN project right now with the ESP32 boards. Again, it's just a fun little project for those ESP32 boards. You're not making the amount of money you're making unless you get a chance to open up a box. And again, your ESP32 board does that for you. One thing you do have to watch out for is this charge status. Every 4 days, you have to make sure you come and charge it. It'll tell you at one point it's getting low, and then you have to charge it. If you don't charge it, you're no longer mining the ERWIN token. You can come onto the Discord, you go to charger, and then you can hit charge. If you hit it and you're too soon, it's going to say that, hey, the oracle remains silent. It didn't recharge me. And if it was capable, it would tell me that I'm recharged. So, again, it's just another cool little project. ERWIN in the box, the cat in the box type thing. If y'all are familiar with that. Again, it's not making exactly the amount of money, but hey, I made $85 the second day I was in it because I opened the box. So if you get lucky and open up a box, you make some decent money. But you can claim this whenever you want. So, you know, if I want to claim this right now, I can. It's connected to my Solana wallet address, but which I don't care if y'all see that or not, unless y'all want to donate some money. It ain't like you're pulling it out of it. I don't care. You know, it's just, again, it's a different project. So let's talk about grass. As you can see, I haven't updated this because grass was what, like 275 earlier. The reason I have this still right here is number 7 and not number 1. Yes, right now I own well over $1,000 worth of grass. I don't know what's going to happen to grass at the end of this epoch. And that's something that I was talking about with several people. People keep asking me, what do I think about grass for the future? I don't know. The epoch ends, I want to say November 13th, which is tomorrow. I don't know how quick rewards are going to come out after that, but I think that's going to be a big tell on what happens. You have people who were ecstatic, people like me, who were ecstatic over what their grass drop was, because I wasn't expecting that. You know, I'll be honest with you. When I hate to keep always being the person that says, I told you so, but I kept trying to tell people on here. People kept talking about, oh, you know, I got all these grass. I got 20 million grass, 21 million grass points. And they were using some website to try to offload it. I'm like, how y'all offloading this? And we don't even know what the token's going to be worth. And then sure enough, somebody like me who had several million gets, I don't remember what it was, 400 something grass tokens. What I'm getting at is, I don't, you know, that had some excitement because of the amount that you got dropped after mining this for a year. If you try dividing that into 12 months or whatever you were in it, I don't know what that's going to be worth. Again, I know I'm always negative and I'm apologizing for being negative, but I like to be real. And what I'm getting at is, I don't know, I do know what's going to happen if this can go 2 ways tomorrow. If people end up making $1 or $2 a day by mining this, and they end up getting with another $60, $70 worth of grass tokens tomorrow, it's going to be fine. Everybody's going to be like, this project's going to be so great, blah, blah, blah. Will you let this be another NATIX where, hey, the initial airdrop was awesome? Y'all know me. Look, I did videos on NATIX telling everybody about it. I made $100-something the first month of NATIX because of the airdrop. And then since then, I ain't making toilet paper money. I don't know if I can even buy toilet paper. What would I make a month with NATIX right now? My point is, you let that happen with grass, and we'll see how quick people start bailing. And that's where I think you're going to find the price action or the problem's going to be. We'll see. You know, again, I've been wrong before. And I'm not saying I'm right or wrong this time. I'm not calling it. I'm just saying, let's see what happens tomorrow or the next day, whenever them rewards hit at the end of this epoch. And then from there, we'll have an idea of how bullish we're going to be on the grass project. I'm going to tell y'all again, I'll keep saying this over and over because that's how paranoid I am. My brand new computer that's right here, humming right now next to me with these gigantic fans and stuff like that. I'll give you a little sneak peek real quick. Woo! That's all y'all get for right now because I haven't finished it yet. And when I finish it, I'm going to do a full video on it. But this new computer will not see grass. No way. I'm going to be doing financial stuff on this. My laptop that I've been using, that's all I had in this house for a while, does not have grass on it. My old POS laptop that barely runs, I think it's got an old Intel i5, maybe when they first came out with i5s back in 20, 14 maybe, that's sitting in the corner over there, is running grass. Bitharvest Studio, I keep telling y'all, Bitharvest Studio devices. I don't have any potatoes here. I have 3 or 4 of them deployed, 5 of them deployed, 2 on the same external IP. So, you know, I can't put grass and Honeygain and stuff all on the same ones, but the ones that are remotely at different places are all running grass for me, because those are only those devices that I don't have to worry about internet security on. Now, again, whenever I talk about this, people flame me and get all upset, but I've just been through too much internet security stuff pounded in my head, network security, that I'm not going to just open up a sharing program to share my network and internet. And they can just keep saying, trust me, bro, we're not stealing nothing. Trust me, bro. You can call me old and paranoid, but I'm very eager to see what happens the next day or two with grass. And look, just to tell y'all, just to kind of reiterate what I was saying earlier, your 12 days, you know, we went, let me see. So they went live. They're live on the 28th. So that was about 14 days ago. You haven't had an update on this in November. So in 12 days, you went live, but yet you don't get, it's like the announcements and stuff, the stuff coming out of this project is still lame. And before you flame me, you have to be honest with yourself. You're just going live. You have to give more updates than this. But you know, they talk about the entering stage 2. They still got more to go. So, you know, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But well, I think it's going to be better. Listen, I think there's going to be some decent rewards being made. It could be some really good rewards being made. We don't know. All I'm going to tell you is, if you have an old laptop, run it. You know, there in my link below, there is a link that gets you in, and will give you some bonus grass to start out with, some grass points to start out with. Once you know, are online more than almost 100 hours or so, which is about 4 days, a little more than 4 days, then you get some bonus, and I get a little bit of bonus too, kick back to the channel. So, you know, try it out if you want. Just be very careful with it. But I think, again, I hate to keep repeating myself, but the next 24, 48 hours is going to be a big tell on where this project goes. And of course, I'm going to do a video on it. Also, I want to talk about grass real quick. Grass, you can stake. I am currently staking with Bitharvest. I'm trying to zoom this up for y'all at the same time. But when you go all the way to the bottom right here on the staking, you can stake with Bitharvest. They have a low reward rate. So therefore, you don't have to worry about them taking too much. I mean, they got people on here getting 20% of your rewards. So I have staked with Bitharvest, and it's a way of getting even more rewards with your grass. Next, we're going to talk about DIMO. I don't know why, but I'm going to talk about DIMO. DIMO, all I kept hearing about is, you know, and I love my fellow YouTubers, especially the guys that I hate to bash any of them, the guys that have helped me along the way become what I've become today. I never thought I'd get as far as I've gotten now. But doing videos saying that we can become millionaires on DIMO is downright wrong. And that's just me calling my friends out. I still would help him out. Anything he ever needs, I hope he would help me out. But saying that you can become a millionaire because you can go buy the new DIMO devices is wrong. And, you know, I kept hearing about how they were voting to get Macaron devices with more rewards and stuff like that. And that has not equated to me. I'm not getting any more rewards now than I was before. Yes, I have finally ROI. There was some positive price action going on in DIMO. I don't know exactly what was going on with that, but over the last 7 days, you are up 10%. For the month, you're up 20%. We were at 13 cents. We're up to 16 cents. At one time, we were up to 20. So, you know, you do have some price action. And I'll sit here and I'll say this again, is that what I do like about DIMO is that you don't have to touch anything. It is in your OB2 port. It's in my wife's car, my son's vehicle, in my vehicle. Other than every other month it needs an update, I don't have to worry about it. I have a Helium device behind my house, and it also doubles as a GPS, even though I got like Life 360 and stuff. But I can also use that app because when my wife goes to work, or my son or my daughter, because my daughter's driving now, whenever they go off anywhere around here or even up to school, my daughter's playing sports, my Helium IoT device is on top of my 50 foot antenna tower behind my house, and that GPS works, and I get updated wherever they're at. So if not that my angels would ever be naughty, but if they ever decide to turn Life 360 off, I guarantee that they don't know about that device, and I'll still see where their butts are. So, but I'm not that positive on DIMO. People have asked me about buying a new device and stuff like that. Grumpy's not. Grumpy's done with DIMO. Whatever happens with DIMO from here, my 3 devices will just keep on rolling. I'm accumulating long term, hoping it goes up again in the bull market, and at some point taking my profits, just like my other tokens. So moving on, I don't want to take too much time with Helium. Helium is doing the same thing. I'm getting about $7 a day. I was buying Entropy every day with it. Bought a little bit of ERWIN here and there. My new token, I'm going to save that for the end. I just have a hunch about a new token. I bought some of that with the last 3 days worth of Helium. But for right now, it's just not moving along with this crazy price action like you would think. You know, you're down 9% today. You're down 6%. I mean, you actually gained another 0. You have not seen a 0. This is going the wrong direction. I'm hearing all this positive stuff supposedly about Helium, and it's not translating into anything. So you're down 11% with the Helium token, down 11% in the week, 10.5%. In a month, you're down 10%. You know, now 2 days ago you were $7 down to $5. I don't know what the hell's going on. Mobile HIP 130 is killing. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to get some updates on this. I don't keep updated enough with it. They have tried to destroy this whole project. It's just, you know, I kept hearing about all this new stuff coming out, and look at you, you know, you're down 15% in a month. Now you're up 25%. That's 0.006 to 0.007, almost 0.008. I don't know. But that's Helium. NATIX. Oh, NATIX. NATIX is look, I had fun doing NATIX, and I keep telling y'all, like, look, it's making me rub my eyes because it's giving me that headache, like right here. NATIX. I told you before, I'm not running NATIX every day like I was, but I'm going to Missouri. Beginning of November, so I'm gonna run a Nitro, and I ran Nitro, and I was ranked pretty high. But also it proves to you that unless you are a professional driver that's going to rank very high, you're not going to do well in this project. I brought it up in Discord. People are arguing, people ignore me, but it's the facts. If you're not a Uber driver, a Lyft driver, rideshare driver, 18-wheeler driver, delivery driver that can drive constantly, you're not going to make anything. I drove a lot in October. I did. If y'all checked out this is my shameless plug for my other channel. I'm begging y'all to go join GrumpyDad Outdoors. But y'all saw I went down fishing a couple of times. Went to my hunting lease a couple of times and drove. And I made $26. $26. It's 86 cents a day. Now, some people were going to sit here and say, you know, oh, that's great. But $26. You know, I just, it's 86 cents a day. I don't know. It just makes my head hurt when I think they could be doing better. But let's move on. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. WINGBITS. Listen, these devices are selling, and I keep trying to tell y'all, if selling these devices selling is any kind of inclination of what this project is going to do, I think it's going to do very well. There are some people who complain about the hexes, and you know, you got people who say they don't want to see the oversaturation that's happening, and then you have people who are complaining that I want to get in this project, but my hex is covered up. Well, which one is it? It's got to be one or the other. Then you have people who didn't check their hex. I saw this recently on Discord, who didn't check their hex, who purchased the device, and now they're realizing their hex is covered. I don't know how that happened. I don't know who they bought it from, but they've told y'all over and over to make sure you're checking your hex. Make sure that your hex that you're going to put this in is open. Speaking of that, y'all know I went to Missouri, and yeah, I went to Missouri hunting and talking to one of the guys up there. I had kind of a feeling. I took a happened to have him back in my truck from a station I took down, an antenna, a pole, some cable, and talked him into splitting the WINGBITS device. This was the southeast side of Missouri. I would have not stepped on any of my friends that have one in West Missouri, because I know they got somebody there, but that southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas, really western side of Tennessee didn't really have coverage. That's where my coverage ends. You know, as the godfather of the Gulf, I'm looking to expand my coverage, and that's what I'm gonna be able to do. So I installed the antenna. I had to go to the hardware store, pick up a couple of things. I installed the antenna. I actually had in my bag, a little IT bag, I actually had a potato and everything just in case this happened, and I didn't have a keyboard. And then without the keyboard, I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi there, so I had them taking that device back. I came home early because it was hot, wasn't seeing a lot of deer like I was in the beginning. Came home, reprogrammed it, and sent it back. He should have received it today. But as you can see, there's not really, you know, you have this station here, but this whole area is where, you know, I'll be covering. This is kind of where I'll start losing my coverage at. So, we'll see what kind of happens with that. You know, as you can see right here, this is where my coverage kind of ends at. So listen, I know Grumpy might not talk a lot about WINGBITS. There's a lot, you know, other than the miners going online, we're kind of in this holding pattern. These new miners being, you know, pre-sold. There's not a lot of new news coming out of WINGBITS. So I haven't had a chance to really do a lot of videos on them. I'm still 200% behind this project. I think this is going to be a very big project. But hey, if Grumpy can just capture a couple more hexes right here, that is, you know, I might have to come up with a new nickname. I said this in my previous video. This is the Mississippi River right here. All these ducks and mallards come down what they call the Mississippi Flyway down here where we go duck hunting at. Maybe I'm now going to be the Gestapo of the Mississippi Flyway. I don't know if I'm going to fit that on the hat. My station up here, we can't get it back online. We've tried a couple different things remotely. It can't go online at all. So right now, I'm just going to send them another potato with another SD card in it and just put that one online, because we can't get this one back online. So I'm missing out there. More stations have showed up here, so it's really killing me here. This was one of my second or third best stations. I'm getting killed here. There's just more and more stations that are popping up. I hate to be paranoid. I know it's just me being paranoid, but it just seems like the more I talk about certain areas, I kept saying Corpus Christi, and now I have 3 stations that popped up in Corpus Christi. Y'all watch, and y'all remember this day, November 12th, 2024. And I told y'all can see where this station is. This is a very rural, all farms and woods right here. There's no big towns or nothing. Y'all want to bet that there's a station that pops up here soon? Watch. Bet. It happened here. So, you know, it happened up here. So, you know, everybody wants to be like Grumpy. No, you don't. So I'm very big on this WINGBITS project. I think it's going to be big. I don't know what else to tell y'all. I know there's a lot of stuff talking to those guys. I talk to those admins on Discord behind the scenes a lot. They don't want to give me a lot of inside scoop, but I know they're busy. I know they got stuff going on. I know they're working on TGE for their token and stuff like that. I know they updated some maps and stuff like that. So listen, that's why it's in that section that it's in right now, so that, you know, we know it's in testnet, but it's still my #1 project. Out of all my projects I'm in testnet right now, it's the one I'm the most excited about. What I do want to say is that with my WINGBITS device from Missouri, I had to basically figure out which one of my WINGBITS out of my 14 current stations, which one was my poorest one, which happens to be the one at my house. And I took that one down, and I moved it on the map to Missouri. And again, it was one of my poorer performing stations. You know, I forget what it was doing, 5, 6, 10 tokens a day, maybe, or something like that. But my others were getting, I don't know, 100. I don't know a lot. I don't really know what the hell I was getting. But so yeah, I took one of the poorest performing stations I had. I'm gonna move it to Missouri and see what happens. I had to move it on the map. The hex was open. Yes, right now it's offline because it got shipped, but you know, I wanted to get in on this right now. I didn't want to get a station and have to. So that's, you know, that's how I got a WINGBITS station in Missouri right now, even though they don't have any more BYOD licenses. So next we're going to talk about CHIRP. Look, I'm very big on CHIRP. Y'all know I'm very big on CHIRP. But listen, while there are announcements, I will say there's announcements. There's nothing really announced. They had some airdrops, some more airdrops. There's some maintenance going on. Real world cases, happy Diwali day, NFT distribution, Zealy airdrops, but nothing as far as, you know, here's a conversation with Drife. CEO Tim was featured in Time articles on the U.S. presidential campaign, bringing CHIRP to global stage. Hey, that's a big thing. But I don't know, like for somebody who 2 months ago or 3 months ago was supposed to be so close to TGE and everything, like I'm not the only one saying this, but you're not hearing nothing now. Grass was the same way. It's the same way with grass. You weren't hearing nothing at all. Then all of a sudden they were going up to this airdrop and going to, I don't know if they're still calling it testnet or mainnet. I don't know what's going on with CHIRP. You know, people are asking me about buying more devices. They're saying they're not buying no more devices till they get, or not selling devices until they get close to mainnet. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with CHIRP. I'm just hoping it's one of those things that either, you know, are they waiting for more customers to get on board at first, or they're waiting for, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I showed y'all announcements. I think they're going to be good just because the amount of IoT that they're opening their arms to, if that's the word to use, where some of these projects are real restricted on what devices they bring in. Supposedly CHIRP's going to be more welcoming to more things. All right, next we're going to talk about Soarchain. First, I'm going to say, I wish I had an answer to this, but I had people asking me about airdrop still. You know, there was supposed to be a cutoff for the airdrop, but since they keep moving TGE back and mainnet back, I'm being told that, not from official sources, just from people when I ask around the Discord and stuff, that the testnet period or the airdrop period is going to be extended. So, hey, I'm high on this project too. I'm running this thing constantly. They had some updates to the app, but if you're thinking about getting into it, I do have a code also in my description below that you can use to get in it. You can use it to get a discount on a device, but I'm running this constantly. They don't have the validator set back up yet. That's something you might want to think about. Because I don't know what's going on with that. I enjoyed staking because I was making some very good rewards. I was making 56 to 60 of those tokens a day just from running that. I do find that the program is a little more stable since the last update. I'm still using cellular tethering and not the Bluetooth. With cellular tethering, I drove 7 or 8 hours all the way to Missouri, did not have it disconnect one time, where when I tried the Bluetooth, even after the updates, Bluetooth would never stay connected even in the vehicle. I didn't want to have to deal with that. Where the little cabin that I stayed in when I was hunting, even when I was asleep, because my vehicle was parked right next to the cabin, the truck, because it was parked so close, because it was raining so much, I parked close to the door. It stayed connected all night long. Where with the Bluetooth, it wouldn't connect. It would stay connected as soon as you walked away from the vehicle. So what's going on with them? I don't know. I've not really heard much more since they had this big Solana move and wallet, and you can check your tokens and stuff like that, but no real big news on Soarchain. But I'm excited to see where that goes, because that's another one that's going to be going to mainnet at the perfect time to, with this bull market. All right, next project we're going to talk about is Silencio. It's still a fun project. I'm telling you, I'll still run this all the time. I run this when I'm at home. I run this when I'm outside doing yard work. I run this when I've been trying to walk almost 2 miles every night, trying to get 10,000 steps in a day. This computer build has kind of slowed that momentum down, but I about died when I was in the woods. So I've been trying to keep up that with hunting season and stuff. And I run my Silencio up all day and night. If you want to get into Silencio, they have increased the airdrop. So if you want to get into Silencio, I try to get into it. It's free. It runs off your phone. And they want sound readings when you're sitting at a restaurant. If you're in a library, if you're outside of the park, basically, as long as you're not driving or riding a bicycle more than, I think it's 10 and 12 miles an hour, they want you to run it. You can run it. It's free. Join it. Use my code. It gives you bonus and gives me bonus also. But I am on a 231-day streak. I've had 5,400 since last week. I'm ranked. I don't think I'm ranked actually a little bit better than that since they redid the app. They did a big update on this app. I'm gonna tell y'all they did a big update on this app. So some things have changed. I've even lost a few venues I had around here. But if anybody's watched my videos in the past, this dude Sam, he triggers me. I don't know what it is about him, but I'm so sick of seeing this dude. When there should be announcements going on, they keep pumping freaking Sam up. I don't want to hear about Sam. I don't want to. Look, tell me what's going on with the project. I don't want to know about Sam. So, we talked about PEAQ, them being on PEAQ. PEAQ just went mainnet today. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. The referral program. So, they get 200 in-app coins as a welcome, which need to get started. They got that in here. Big news for Silencio. They have increased their beta airdrop, going from 5% to 7.5%. I think part of this is, and they also have the SLC token. I think part of this is because of how long it's been taking to go to mainnet. I think they're sitting here waiting on PEAQ, where some other people have abandoned PEAQ. They're waiting with PEAQ. I think they know they have to kind of butter us up a little bit. Here's gosh darn Sam again. Sick of freaking Sam. Get the hell over it. Like, this ain't Sam's third appearance. This is his third appearance this month. And then they talk again about beta airdrop increased from 5% to 7%. Again, if you want to get in this project, it's a cool project. Don't know what it's going to do, but it's kind of like, let me tell y'all know what the previous project I was in, I got burned. It makes me a little more cautious about a lot of projects. Whether or not that is what hindered me when I kept kind of talking down about grass, even though I had other people telling me, oh, were the flags legit? Not legit, but there was a lot of people who had flags about this. I can show you all the YouTube videos about grass. So maybe I need to open myself up a little more and not think that every project's going to be a Defli. So Silencio, listen, we know it's going to be a good project as far as, and I know I'm getting off the rails here, but just follow me. There's been many projects. HELIUM is a perfect one. The network with HELIUM works. They don't treat the miners correctly. They're screwing around with the miners. They're screwing around with the rewards. They split the rewards away from HNT to IoT, mobile, but the networks are still there and they still work. Silencio is going to be that same thing. You know, we talk about with DIMO. There's a lot of projects we talk about where the project itself is good. The rewards that the miners might be making, not so much. Silencio, I'm concerned, even though I just said I didn't want to be all negative, but I'm concerned that that's what's going to be, is how much money can that project really bring in? But it's going to be a good project for people who want to study sound and noise pollution and the stuff that they talk about. I think that project's going to be good. That's why I still push it. That's why, hey, I hope you join it. If you're not in it yet, come join it. Join with and I'm probably going to do a video strictly on them announcement, the airdrop. Try to get some more people involved in it, because hey, that's how these projects work. We need more people involved in it. So we'll see what happens with that. So moving on. Upside, I'm not even going to go over Upside. Hivemapper Honey, yes, I did cancel. I don't know what the token's doing. For those who are still in it, I don't know if it's had any kind of resurgence or anything like that. Let's see, we're down 10% one day. Ooh, up 38% in a week. 51 cents to 72 cents. Get on your bad self. 33% in a month. So this one has had a direct correlation with the market going up. So that's a good thing. For those who, who are still waiting on devices, the price keeps going up for you. It's worthwhile. I canceled mine. Took that $400, and I'd like to sit there and tell you I did something good with it, but I know I bought some crypto with it and used it for something else, another catastrophe that was around. It cost me over $1,000 to fix my sewage system. That's the thing about living in the country in rural areas when you don't have county sewage. You got your own septic tank or whatever they call it these days. Yeah, and when the whole tank is 20 years old and both pumps go out at the same time. One had been out for a while, another one that has to get cleaned out to get fixed. It ends up being over $1,000. So money I had on the side for certain projects and the DCA and stuff get used for that. And let me tell you, there's nothing more depressing than a bull market starting and you're realizing you didn't buy nowhere near the crypto you wanted to buy from the beginning. So, hey, there's no news on the Hivemapper Honey B cameras. I checked and nothing. I don't regret, even with this price going up, I don't regret selling mine. I still worry about when all these devices come out and these fleets get all these cameras that all were supposed to be coming to them, what's going to happen to rewards? Hey, I could be kicking myself in the butt just like I am right now about not having enough crypto, going into the bull market and not pushing grass more. But I think this time I might, yes, people are still going to make money on it. And that's what rate of ROI makes you happy. You don't mind waiting 3 years. All right, real quick, we're going to hit on Bitharvest. Bitharvest has been doing some updates to their stuff. One thing I will say is, again, Grass and ERWIN, the fact that, you don't even have to worry about buying a ESP32 board to mine ERWIN now. If you have Bitharvest, or if you want to get Bitharvest, you can get Bitharvest. I think it's $35 for the first year and maybe $18 a year after that. These guys don't make any profit off of it. That money goes right back into their program or whatever you want to call it, their little cash or whatever. These guys are doing this, just so you can have something to do with some old helium devices. So I'm running some 5-6 devices. One of them is also doing ERWIN for a friend at work. He wanted to get in on it. He's also on Entropy with me. He's in WINGBITS with me. And I said, hey, you want to try this ERWIN thing? Sure, why not? And I said, hey, you don't even have to buy an ESP32 device. I had an ESP32 device. I did showed y'all that on pictures and stuff like that. But I wanted to test out this Bitharvest device running ERWIN. So I let him get on the Discord. He put his cat in a box. I'm like, dude, I text him or call him or something, like, dude, throw your cat in the box and take a picture. He said, what the F are you talking about? Trust me. Go to the Discord, introduce yourself, hang out on Discord, chit chat with them guys for a little bit. throw your cat in a freaking box, take a picture, and you know, do your thing on Twitter or whatever you had to do. And he got in on it. But BitHarvest worked. And again, BitHarvest works with grass. And also Honeygain. Honeygain is another one that I just cashed out another $105 from a hunting trip on. Honeygain was something I set up on BitHarvest when I first started messing with BitHarvest last, I don't know, lie to y'all, was that? I don't know how long it's been. But I set up that on every device. You can run one on each external IP. Where I was running grass and these other ones, I'm running Honeygain. I made over $100. So it was cool. It took a while. I ain't gonna lie to you. But guess what? It's $100. And hey, I paid for food and whatever on this hunting trip for me. So you can run that kind of stuff on a BitHarvest device. If it's an old Helium device, you can still run Helium on it. If you have BYOD still on your WINGBITS, you can do that. Next, we'll talk about Fry. You know, we talk a little bit about Fry just because when I don't, people ask about it. At some point, they're not going to want me to talk about it no more. I don't have anything negative to say other than when you look at this, there's not much more that you can say about it. It's continuously going down. It's down 20%, 18% to be fair. In the last 7 day. Last 7 days, it's down 18%. So it was at 0.006, it's down to 0.0049, and 18% also for the month. I'm in, like I told you, I'm in a Twitter group with some guys, and somebody happened to bring Fry up, and basically the same thing is, you know, I even defended them. I said, look, I've always said they're just way too spread out. I don't know how a salesman's going to go talk to them about selling this to certain customers with the Fry network because they got their hands on so many different things. I don't know what else to say. I know they're active. So that's why I try to give them as much credit as I can, because when you look in Discord, the Fry people are active in there. So I know they're busting their butts to get this to work, but you see what the price action is doing, even though crypto's up. I don't know. All right, so what's on the horizon? I'm going to tell y'all, I'm researching these other ones. SkyX, I got to tell y'all, like, for every 2 or 3 good things I hear 2 or 3 bad things. It's very hit or miss. I don't know if I'm just late to the party on it. I don't know. And my biggest thing with SkyX is I don't have a place to put it. I don't have a central place that I can put it that people are going to offload data to. I'm not going to buy one of the real big devices, that goes outside or something like that. I just don't want to take that risk. I just don't know. Nubula, I'm very, very leaning towards Nubula right now. I just don't know I don't know why this weather station, this is going to be so much greater than another weather station, if that makes sense. I understand that they got more people behind it, and you read why Nubula, and this just seems very AI. I don't know. Again, I had this money coming, and I want to invest it back into my channel and be able to talk about other projects with y'all. There's all kinds of new projects coming out everywhere. I don't know what exactly I'm doing yet, but my I'm thinking about starting to do this with the bull market starting. I've always said even crud coins go up, and one thing I want to start kind of doing is throwing maybe Grumpy's wild hair up his butt token of the week or something like that. And there's a new token that has come out today that we kind of hinted towards earlier. Y'all can tell me what y'all think about it. And that token is PEAQ. Now, again, none of this is financial advice. This is just something that I'm kind of playing around with. I've taken my last 4 or 5 days worth of Helium stuff, IoT, and a little bit of Solana dust I had, if you want to call it that. I threw maybe about $40 into it right now. What I do tomorrow or the next day when I get some of this other money that's coming to me for commissions, I don't know if I'm going to blow it, in here or not. You keep hearing a lot of things, a lot of people talking about PEAQ. And, what is PEAQ? PEAQ's a layer 1 blockchain powering a machine economy, which is going to be DPINs, billions of devices, blah, 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 blah. What's a DPIN? projects that will be built on Silencio, whatever the hell this one is, Farm Scent, Map Metrics, whatever. This was just came out today. It was up to 58 cents. Of course, Grumpy bought it at 43 cents. It's down to 36 cents. But, you know, if all these projects are going to be building on this, like they keep saying, is that something we want to look into? You know, you look at some of these other coins. Solana's got a lot of stuff being built on it. I'm not going to compare this to Solana. Don't take it the wrong way. But there were a lot of deep in projects. Again, my memory fails me. I cannot remember what I ate for lunch earlier. You'll see all my gray hair and I'm balding. But I remember a lot of projects originally trying to go to PEAQ. I want to say WINGBITS at one time was. I want to say Soarchain. I just remember a bunch of projects when I first started looking into all these deep pins late last year, early this year. We're talking about going with PEAQ. And then a lot of them bailed because PEAQ kept being put off. And it was now delaying their network and what they were going to do. So they went to Solana. Silencio stuck with them. There's other projects that stuck with them. But you keep seeing people on Twitter and, you know, crypto Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and all these other places talk about how PEAQ's going to be the king of deep pins and all this stuff like that. If you do have a lot of these projects going to PEAQ, is that going to raise that token? You know, I had a buddy kept trying to tell me to get into get Arrow. Defli kept talking about Arrow. So I didn't want nothing to do with Arrow. And he made some stupid money off of Arrow. And now I'm hearing about PEAQ. You could throw a little bit of money into PEAQ. I throw a little bit of money into PEAQ. I might throw a little bit more. I'm not going to go stupid. But I just think that there's a possibility that it can do something. Now, I could wake up tomorrow and it could be 10 cents and stay 10 cents as a stable coin or something. I don't know. But it's just something I wanted to bring to y'all just because, hey, with the bull market starting, I like to take a look. I'd rather take chances now on some of these tokens because, like I said, even the crud coins, Doge has gone crazy. SHIB has gone crazy. WIF is a meme coin. WIF, I still hold a decent amount of WIF. Not a lot, not a little bit, a decent amount of WIF. And it looks pretty good right now. $3 and something last I checked. Hey, this might be a good time. You want to take a couple of chances on some different tokens. You know, then you balance it out. Is it worth me putting $25 or $30 into it? Because if it doubles or triples, when I'm getting $100, you know, that's always the game you start playing around this time is, you know, why go buy $100 worth of Bitcoin? I had a buddy at work ask me right now, you notice it's exciting times when there's a lot of people asking you about crypto. People on my Facebook and stuff like that are asking me about crypto. They didn't want to talk about it before. And, you know, but like I tell them is, you know, people are like, well, how come you don't own a lot of Bitcoin? Because if I put $1,000 into it, even last year, what do I have right now? $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 maybe. You know, where if you put that same money into Solana when it was $9, $10, like when I was telling everybody about it last year, look where you're at now. Or even AVAX. AVAX has a chance of doubling that. When you look at AVAX, it's $30 right now. The all-time high was $120. You look at VET's still 2.5 cents when the all-time high was over 20 cents. So you can darn near 10x it almost. That's what I'm going for. Cardano. Y'all can hate on Cardano all y'all want, but Cardano has been moving. Look at this. I'm saying people can hate on this stuff all they want. Cardano's up 50% in 7 days. Yeah, Doge, this is crazy. You know, so you already got these people talking about, you know, $1. It's going $1. It's going $1. They keep forgetting about all this part right here and what this would have to get up to for $1. But, you know, you can't tell them nothing. But hey, am I a little salty and wish I would have had a little bit of Dogecoin? I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, when you think about it, how this was 11 cents and all that not too long ago, it's up 223% in a month. You know, nobody saw that coming. But again, it's like I keep saying over and over and over and over and over and over. Even the crap coins go up during the bull market. Now, just so I can throw shade for those new people who are here, because I always like to throw shade at a certain project. I think it's hilarious that you have Goofy the Squirrel, or whatever the hell his name is, that is I'm about to lose it. I'm about to lose it. This is a joke, right? Somebody tell me this is a joke. Peanut the mother flapping squirrel, who people told me a while back, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. 800%. I was telling people about this. Oh my God, I was telling people about this a week ago. I could cry on this stream right now. My point I'm trying to get is, you have them on exchanges. You have Peanut the Squirrel meme coin on exchanges. But yet Defli is still making excuses why they can't get on an exchange for the last who knows how long. I know I keep saying I'm going to quit talking about the stupid Ponzi, whatever they are now project, but I got PO'd recently because the one person I am friends with, that I consider a business partner and a friend, who's still over there, gets all PO'd with me because somebody lied to him saying I called him out by name, and then I quoted stuff that he told me, which we don't even discuss that project. And yet they're going to lie to him just to try to tear that rift between us. And he don't want to hear that now, because he likes to believe everything they say over there, that I talked about him during a video. And I told him, go point it out. Of course he can't. But that goes to show you the childish stuff that they do over there. But yet they're going to keep making excuses on why they can't. Before it was because the market was going down. The market was going down. Nobody was going to put that money and liquidity up front with the market going down. What's your excuse now? You can't make up no excuses why you can't get listed on. Look at Peanut. Peanut's already on CoinMarketCap. Peanut the Squirrel, that's been around for a week, is already on exchanges, CoinMarketCap, and y'all can't do nothing. Y'all been out for over a year. That's it. Peanut the freaking Squirrel. Look at this. Jesus Christ. I was telling people about this, and I didn't get into it because somebody told me though. Somebody told me it was over with. Don't mess with it. Peanut the Squirrel. Guys, this video went on long enough. It is 11 o'clock at night. I still gotta go edit it and put it forward. Yep, I got my new camera done. I got my new computer done. I need some better lighting, so I gotta go to Amazon and figure out lighting. I know the sound, everything I do on this desk is there's a wooden desk, so everything I touch, hit, I know y'all can hit it on a microphone. I worked an hour trying to get that worked out. It ain't doing it. I'm planning on getting a boom mic with a real better microphone at some point. A lot of stuff I gotta get done. I thought once I got the computer done, it'd get easier. I need a bigger desk. I need to get this computer a little bit away from me so I can get rid of all this lighting and stuff. I got a lot of work still to do. It takes money. Feel free to donate. Send me some super text. Also, real quick, I wanted to say that for those who might still be here, the 1 or 2 people still be here, but I am starting back live. Y'all requested me to start doing live on Thursday a little bit later. Y'all voted for 7 p.m. Central Time. I was doing them at 5 p.m. Central Time. Those will be 7 p.m. Yes, it's going to be here. I got to tell my family that when I'm doing lives, they can't be bothering me like they're doing now, coming in here and stuff like that. Hey, do you want me to do this computer and build this computer at home so I'm not where I was doing that before and I can be at home and stuff like that more? But I'm going to have to put a little red light above that now live so that they don't come bother me with nonsense. But that's what being a dad's all about. You know, they keep coming here poking in those, hey, the Bitcoin make it big yet? I need to buy this. So I'm out. Thank y'all. See y'all in the next video.